Unsportsmanlike Conduct.
Welcome to the show. I am Kipper Cooper. Standing next to me, as always, is
Birch here. What's happening, NFL folk?
Well, we're talking about the draft right now, and
fantasy draft, that is.
The fantasy draft of your upcoming season this season. And last week we talked to you about the people you have to draft. These are the people that you might not want to draft at all.
Don't draft them. Don't waste your picks early, especially.
If these guys are in the first couple of rounds and you're like, but I really like them, no. Don't go
Take our advice.
all out.
Heed our warnings.
Understand what we are saying. Let's get going with the list.
Well, to start us off, actually, let's start with 10 and 9.
Who am I not drafting?
Who are you not drafting? D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart coming in at number 10 and 9.
Yeah, the Carolina Panthers running backs have been mediocre at best. If you want 6 points every week, draft these guys, but that is saying you don't.
You know who was the number one, who was leading the rush last year for Carolina?
Was it D'Angelo Williams?
It wasn't D'Angelo Williams.
Was it Jonathan Stewart?
No, it wasn't.
Who was it?
It was Cam Newton.
Oh,
that was their top runner last year. So
let that be a hint.
Let that be a hint. If you're going to waste a pick on drafting a running back from Carolina, just instead draft Cam Newton early. Draft him ahead schedule. You might as well.
Yeah, they have, they're always injury prone.
Yeah, Jonathan Stewart, is going to be the premier back. He's going to probably get injured at some point during the next season. You'll be stuck with trying to, hopefully you have the handcuff of D'Angelo Williams. And D'Angelo Williams,
they're both...
He's running on fumes,
They're
really.
mediocre players. They always get hurt mid-season. All right, on to number 8. This is a guy who has been making quite an off-season ruckus, and it's been bothering me. It's been bothering Buzz. Who is it?
All right, well, we're going to go with Victor Cruz here at number 8. And not that you shouldn't draft him if he falls to you nicely or something.
If it's the 4th or 5th round, maybe consider it.
But what we're saying is that if you're going to draft Victor Cruz, draft Hakeem Nicks.
Yeah, just look and see if he's
the number
there
one
first.
receiver for that team. He's in a contract year. He's younger. As well.
Statistically, he is possibly
dominant.
Yeah, he's better
on that team.
Eli likes him more.
Prone, but they're feeling good this year. Eli likes him, like you're saying. If you're gonna go with the Giants receiver
early, especially, don't go with Cruz. Go with Nicks.
Get Nicks instead.
Okay, and now we're on to number 7. This is 7 and 6 are kind of a clump together. Number 7 is a team we're actually going to go with a defense. They're kind of on the decline. They've changed everything. Everything is new.
New faces.
The Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears defense, it's not the same. There's no Brian Urlacher.
There's not. He's gone. Retired.
There's no Lovie Smith. There's no Lovie.
There's no love in Chicago.
There's no love in Chicago. It's all Tressman. And, and Peanut Tillman, there's no way he can recreate what was recreatable last year.
Charles Tillman is a solid cornerback. He's great at defense. Absolutely great tackler.
He hits hard.
But he is not an 8-pick corner year in and year out.
No.
Last year, that kind of turnover rate was kind of an anomaly. They're not going to get the same amount of turnovers. They're not going to get the same amount of the defensive scores. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do the Bears defense. They've been continually a great pick, but this time there's no Urlacher, just don't do it, okay?
And speaking of Tressman,
and speaking of the Bears,
who's
throwing the ball for the Bears this season?
God, you know who it is still?
It's the Cutler.
Prime Cutler.
The big baby prime Cutler.
Baby diaper Cutler.
Baby Jay Cutler. He is out there throwing the ball, pouting. And Tressman, you think Tressman can reach this guy? I don't. Definitely not. How many... What's his touchdown to interception ratio last season?
He's coming off of a 19-14 touchdown to interception ratio. 19 is not good for touchdown passes. 2, 14 is high for interception.
Especially for him, and he gets sacked a shit ton.
He's like a sack of meat back there, just getting pummeled.
Just don't draft Jay Cutler.
Take it from me, I drafted him last year. That's on me. Shame me once, fool me once. I'm not gonna do it again. Heed from our warning, I said.
Heed our warnings. Do not pick Jay Cutler.
Do not.
All right, and on to number 5, who is another guy that you need to heed our warning. Law firm, Ben-Jarvis Green Ellis. If you are thinking about picking this guy, no.
Just don't.
No. 8th round?
No.
9th round?
No.
10th round?
No.
Do not pick Ben Jarvis Green Ellis.
The point is, on this, Giovanni Bernard, they drafted him. He's going to be the running back there. Just don't.
And when they get inside the red zone, they're going to be throwing it to A.J. Green.
Yeah.
No, do not
If you
draft a
watched
law firm.
any Bengals games last year, when they get inside the 10, they throw the fade to A.J. Green.
Law firm? No.
Law firm? No. Wait. What if it was the last round?
No.
But what if
Never. Do not draft law firm. He will not play.
Okay, but
it's a wasted pick. It is a wasted pick. Kipper Cooper, Buzz Birch, we're telling you.
Get a second kicker before you get Ben Jarvis Green Ellis.
Absolutely.
There's always someone better available.
All right, now back to the all seriousness. Number 4. Who's number 4? We're going with the defense. The Denver Broncos. These guys have had issues. Elvis has left the building.
Yeah.
Elvis Dumerville's gone.
Dumerville is gone.
Zach Master, he's not going to be in them.
Number 2, Von Miller is going to be gone for the first 4 games.
I mean, he'll be there the rest of the games, but those first 4 could be critical for your team.
For your team, your fantasy season is only going to last you, 12 weeks, maybe?
And their Hall of Fame cornerback, you saw what happened last time. He got torched by that Ravens offense. Do you think that Champ Bailey, the old man, is going to still be playing at a high level? I don't.
That secondary got decimated by Joe Flacco last year. That's what happens when the rush cannot get to the quarterback on the defense. And basically, they just lost their 2 best defensive rushmen, Von Miller and Elvis Dumerville.
So do not pick the Broncos in the early rounds. If you can get them late, possibly pick them, but do not get them. But don't look forward to picking them at like a crazy pick just because you like Von Miller and he's a good story. Okay. All right. Now same division. Who do we got? We got another quarterback that we love. We love this guy for making terrible decisions.
This is
Phillip Rivers of the San Diego Chargers.
Bad decisions, Rivers.
Yeah, the only decision he's never made a good decision. There's no decision he's ever made that's ever good.
He's another guy. 35 interceptions in the last 2 years. That shows you his decision making skills.
He's on his last legs.
He threw for 4,600 yards in 2011 and then 3,600 yards last year.
Just don't draft him.
That's a huge drop off. This guy is on the decline. San Diego is starting fresh. He's kind of the last part of that kind of old San Diego offense, the identity.
It was LT.
This is probably his last year in San Diego.
Yep.
This is don't
draft him.
Don't draft him.
Don't mercy draft him just because you think that he has good touchdown numbers.
And then he might come back. Also, who is he throwing to?
I could not tell you.
Keenan Allen or
Rajajodu or people.
Mario Alexander, I think still. I mean,
exactly. So do not.
Antonio Gates, who's also.
Don't be like Phillip Rivers. Make a good decision. Yeah. Don't pick Phillip Rivers.
Will draft Phillip Rivers.
Yeah,
that kind of shows you the guy who would throw 35 interceptions. The last 2 years. So.
All right, now we're down to the final 2. These might be a little controversial, so just accept it.
And again, it's the kind of situation where if they're available, like obviously, if this next guy is available,
late, I mean,
3rd, 4th round, we understand.
But don't pick them with the first pick in the draft, okay? These guys are not first pickable.
They're not first roundable.
They're not first roundable, absolutely.
Simply not.
Okay.
Des Bryant, number 2.
Yep, of the Dallas Cowboys, he is just.
Injury prone?
He's injury prone.
He's on I don't even know what to say about that kind of offense in Chicago's. In the
Dallas,
Cowboys. Yeah.
Dallas right now is just through it. They're having a transitional period. I don't know if Garrett's even really getting.
He's not doing the playing calling anymore, which is good.
Yeah, he's not. But I don't know if that helps Des Bryant. I just don't think that this guy should be
drafted in the first round.
He's not the second.
Can't.
Yeah, he's not. Is he better than
He's
Julio Jones?
He's not better than Julio Jones.
AJ Green?
No.
Is he better?
Brandon Marshall.
No. I don't. What about Demarius Thomas?
Probably not. No.
He's not better.
Definitely not.
He's not better than any of these guys.
Calvin
so why
Johnson.
are you picking him in the
Don't
first
pick
round?
Him in the first round. And even in the second round, all those guys would still be available. Demarius Thomas,
Larry Fitzgerald,
even Larry Fitzgerald.
If these guys are around, Hakeem Nicks. If these guys are around, pick them before you'd even think about picking Des Bryant. On to our number 1 pick that you do not want to pick early in your first round.
In
New England, we have one Tom Brady. What? You're saying the Super Bowl MVP? Perennial MVP? Yes, Tom Brady's time is coming to an end, and his receiving core is dwindling every day as we
His
speak.
fantasy value, is still on the field. He's still a great quarterback.
Yep.
But fantasy-wise, it's just more like Tom Brady circa 03.
Yeah, he's not going to get the numbers that he once did. If you're expecting 40 out of him every week, you thought wrong.
You thought wrong. He's not going to, maybe 1 to 2 touchdown passes a week. Gone are the days with Randy Moss and Wes Welker when he's throwing 400 yards and 3 touchdowns a game. Those days are over. Don't draft him thinking you're going to get that, because what you're going to get is a guy throwing to 5 new receivers.
He just met all these guys. There's no chemistry there. The team's definitely going to be ruled by the running game. Tom Brady, is going to be affected by a lot of losses of his tight ends and his Wes Welker, of course. There's no way he could be.
A lot of turnover there from last year to this year, so...
I mean, if Tom Brady's in, the 8th round, you could,
of
pick
course,
him.
yeah.
But I'm saying, a lot of these people have been picking Tom Brady with their first pick for about 8 years now.
If you're one of those people...
You might want to reconsider that.
Yeah. You might be... If you're one of those people, you might be Phillip Rivers.
You might be a bad decision maker. I'm Kip Cooper.
Make good decisions. Listen to us. Listen to this top 10 advice.
Heed our advice.
Heed our warnings.
Heed our warnings. I'm Kip Cooper.
I'm Buzz Birch.
This is Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Tune in.
This has been Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Tune in next week for more hard-hitting coverage of the games you care about.